I think I will do it using the donut chuck. I suppose you could use coal jaws on a 3-jaw chuck if you had them. I have them. I just don't trust the things. Rubber bumpers. So I'm going to use a donut chuck here. This is probably the easiest kind of chuck to make for yourself. So there's directions all over the internet on how to make one. So all this is a face plate. If you've got a tap for your chuck, you don't even need the face plate. You can just tap. So I've mounted a hardwood disc on it, trued it up, and then I mounted a piece of plywood, looks like about 1/2 inch plywood, onto that disc. And then a second piece of plywood. Now, I've got 4 bolts holding that second piece of plywood on. It's probably easier to use 3 in a triangle rather than 4 in a square. But I made this one a long time ago, and I don't think I've used it since I started vacuum chucking, so and you can use different length bolts depending on the depth of your project. You should make sure that the bolts are pointing away from you. Now, it should be fine. That's just a piece of fir plywood, so it's not likely to mark anything. But I'll just put a piece of paper towel in there anyway. Maybe a piece of paper towel isn't big enough. Oh yeah, sure it is. Just to protect the areas that might be rubbing and get burnished. And I've got that dimple that I put on there while I was turning the bottom. So that will get me centered. Okay. Now I should pad again. I don't want to. If there's any flexing or anything going on, any place that's rubbing will get burnished and look different than the rest of the surface. So I'll just make some little pads of paper towel. Okay. Then we'll just tighten these up to try and keep this ring roughly parallel to the back ring. It doesn't matter if it's off a little bit, but you don't want it to be really off. It can be distracting when you're trying to turn something through that hole. And you can really exert a lot more pressure than you think you are with these screws, so don't be really reefing down on them. So that should be running fairly close to true, and it's running pretty much dead true. So now I can do whatever I like down here as far as embellishing or getting rid of that recess. So I'm going to open this up, remove most of the wood in here down to the same level as the bottom of the recess. That'll reduce the weight a little bit. It is a little heavy at the moment. Okay, so I'll sand that. Okay, so that's just dust from when I was sanding. The surface looks fine, and the weight actually feels considerably more reasonable now. So that's probably one of the more secure methods of doing the bottom of bowls or plates. It's certainly far more secure than coal jugs. There's a platter in oak. Try and get a profile view there. Thank you for watching.